What's up, guys? My name's Doofus Mcdooface, and let's play Aristocrat. Aristocrat, the mastermind where you generate income when you build tier 6s. Not easy to get out, though. Not easy to get them out. I will be building a lot of gates this game. And I think I'm going to let the Avenger go. So here's the plan. I'm Aristocrat. I need some tier 6s in my role. I'm thinking Star Caller gates, and then I'm thinking some Shadow Dancers. And you know what's really strong against that? Witches. So I need the Windhawk. Have to take the cheapest unit, because remember, you don't have a tier 1. And that's sort of my early game, right? We've got the early game, and then we've got the late game. Would love to have the Warp Wing, but I don't think we can get away with it. Wave 4 is just too important. And 7 and 8. Although this is good, 7 and 8. So, I am normally Fiesta. So it would not be a good idea for me to build the Windhawk and go 5 workers. So instead, we will go for the Gargoyle and push some workers. To check our opponent to see if they would like a snail. They would not like a snail. And let's see what happens. I get saved on, so it makes my decision here really easy. Had I not gotten snailed, I always leak on wave 2. So I probably shouldn't have even pushed anyhow. But because we get saved on, it's really easy. Makes me be smarter, right? I'll place the Ranger and then go 6 or 7 workers. So you're playing a little safer, but way smarter. Looks like my teammate's going right for the boom tree. Right off the bat. And then I wouldn't mind this Ranger tanking just a couple of creeps. This is pretty aggressive. That's a pretty aggressive split. But you also have to think that because this is third column, it's actually closer. So in a perfect world, this Ranger will tank like 25% of the wave. But at the end of the day, I'm going to hold DT, 2 snails. I'm not leaking here. Yeah. And yeah, it's okay. I wouldn't mind a little bit more, but it stays alive. It's my damage. So, looking good. Then we go for the Daphne on wave 4. And yeah, it's a beautiful start. It's very safe. Very safe start. But gets the job done, right? At the end of the day, when you're Aristocrat, you really don't care about the early game, right? You want to place your tier 6s as quickly as possible, right? So the sooner that we have 260 plus gold to build every wave, then we're having a lot more fun. King up. One of those questions where it's like, do you greed? And I think I will greed just because my teammate's boom tree, and I'm not really worried about him. I'm not really worried about him leaking. So I'm going to play it greedy. I know that I can get away with it.
I'll give it a shot.
Build the Windhawk. This is going to be good on wave 6. Theoretical Violet. Theoretically.
On your mark.
It all depends, like, would I need it. If they save, you know, and then I go Daphne on 5. I'm not so sure I'd have the gold for the Violet on 6, but we'd figure that out when the time comes. But it's just income. It's just income. So honestly, I'm just going to keep pushing. Right? I'll just keep pushing 1 worker to the 40s. Add another Ranger and a Gargoyle, probably. Almost leaking, but I should be okay. Very long wave. That does make me a little nervous. Just a touch nervous. Because I definitely can be leaked on 5. But here's the thing. I'm in a position already to where I'm only pro leaking. Right? I can't be super leaked. I can be small leaked. But I cannot be super leaked. I don't know what super leaked means, but it sounds cool. Alright, now I do want to split, but the Rangers have 700 range. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, we're just short of the Violet. But here's the thing. We can always just sell this Gargoyle and get the Violet on 6. If they save. They probably won't save. I'll probably push a Worker and get the Daphne next. Exactly what we're going to do. See, they may have pushed Workers. They may have pushed. So I definitely do want to lock in that Daphne. So I'm playing pretty aggressive as Aristocrat. And when you think about it, it's like I haven't even gotten any juicy part of my Mastermind. And I might pro league here. So definitely need that help. I mean, I'm getting away with these perfect pro holds. We've got the perfect gold, well, +1 for the Daphne. We're looking good. I'm on top of the P score. Thinking about sending my guy. Just kidding. Bear is one of the most active players in the entire game. 33,000 games played. Lifetime. This season, 4,000 games. Just so you guys understand what that means. 4,000 divided by, let's say we're closer to 200. I know it's only like 100 days. He's playing 20 games of Legion TD2 a day. 20 games of Legion TD2 a day. Okay, I actually might leak here, so I'm gonna take that Worker away.
I never miss.
I really don't want a pro league, but if I was to pro league, I won't. So. Super long wave though. This is a wave where honestly, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have pushed. But I am Green Devil Daphne, which is really strong. So I can go for the super damage, or I can go for the tank. Here's my thinking. I'm going to go for the tank because I want to start aristocrating, right? I want to start aristocrating theoretically. So if we no push, we're going to have enough gold for a Shadow Dancer or a Gate next. And you want tanks for both of those, right? Shadow Dancers, you need tanks. Gates, you need tanks. So I'm going to no push here. Probably going to be a really long wave because my Daphne might die to the Lizard. My split is not perfect at the moment. And yeah. I'm probably holding. Green Devils are actually really strong. Teammate is also holding. Forcing out our first of the Aristocrat units. And because I actually am holding pretty well, I think Gate's going to do better. So I'm going to start building some Gates here. And this is a greedy Gate, but just hear me out. The reason I'm putting on outside, not on the wall, is what if I get like auras on a reroll, right? Because I'm going to go Starcaller. I'd rather these two Gates have the ability to do auras. I've made this mistake so many times where I put my Gates on the wall, right? Bing, bing. And then I reroll. I have an aura. Now I got to start all over. It's like, ugh. I'm going to try pushing pretty hard here. I could go for another Gate. But I think this is where I'd like to push. I have my Gate, which is really good on wave 9. Let's go ahead and push some Workers. Maybe I shouldn't push that hard. But we'll see what happens. Guy's still probably not leaking. Let's see where my value's at. Yeah, value's still fine. Lift that split just a little bit. And look at our king. Our king is just primed. Primed king. So we've got pretty much a dead even game here. Although we have slight king up lead. And theoretically, I have the late game because, well, it becomes way more normal to place tier 6s and upgrade tier 6s as the game gets deeper and deeper. So, slight advantage to me, I'd say. Although, he's ace, which also has late game privileges. So I'm going to push 1 and then add a tier 6. Probably that second gate. I just love gates. And theoretically, the gates could bait a wave 12, where my other tier 6 is a Shadow Dancer. One of the best wave 6 units, wave 12 units in the game. So. Feeling pretty good here. There's that gate, keeping the Daphne alive. And now let's go ahead and reroll. So theoretically, auras, right? Auras would be amazing. That's like head chef, like butcher, yeah, white mane. White mane and Starcaller would be really cool. I wouldn't mind Aqua because both of these are weak to witches. So the Aqua Spirit could be really good to snipe some backline. Didn't get either of those. We got Phoenixes, which I've really enjoyed lately. Am I leaking? I might, in fact, be leaking. My first leak of the game was a Power Merc send, but we do leak. Probably just going to place another gate, just keep pushing. Just trying to think, do I want the Fire Lord? I normally like the Fire Lord. But I kind of like what we have, too. Wow, took a lot of king there. Took a lot of king there. I mean, I guess Savior's not the end of the world. I really do like this roll. We could switch out Gargoyle for Curse Casket. I'm feeling pretty good with this roll. We've got our piercings. We've got our AoE. Like, Scrappy could be the better call. Definitely could. But, I'm gonna trust it. Violet for the Starcaller Aura. T-score? Dead even. So. Our king is now done. They send big. We just keep adding a gate away. Probably need to start building some tank after this last gate. And that's where the Shadow Dancers come in. Let me know in the comments if you guys think I screwed up. Should I have taken the Fire Lord? Should I have taken the Boars? Were those better ideas? You let me know. That's the call to action. You know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna do the Shadow Dancer right now. Because if you have 4 gates, you're kind of just begging for a wave 14 send, right? I'm literally already asking for a wave 14 send, and he's kind of at it. We're both in danger on 14. You get 4 income, 4 income, and then what is it? 12? I think it's 12 income for upgrading. Might be 10. We're learning together. They do save. So 14, I am weak with my magic. Because I have the gates, because I have the green devils. I only have the Daphnes. But I do have those caskets hidden. So that is very nice. And then wave 15, I'm also not that great. But by then we'll have a full king. And my Aristocrat income will really start stacking. So that doesn't really scare me, to be honest. Could they send us here? Yeah, they could. They could. You could send here, and you probably touch us. You probably do. Save that spot for a casket. The cursed casket right there. It is 12 income. So here, I think I would leak. I would leak to Imps here. Imps pack leader, I would leak. But 14 is what's way more scary. Yeah. Or even the long save to 15 is also scary. But it'll be interesting to see now that I'm generating more and more income. See where our numbers are here. Where are our numbers here value-wise. So we're 85 under, and we've been saved on now for 3 waves. This is a 3 waves total. And I'm gaining value. I'm gaining value. Wow, that is outstanding. The greedy part of me just wants to add like more Shadow Dancer. It really does. Just building more tier 6. Ah, dude, it just feels so good. This is probably one of the dumbest things I've done. I would not recommend this. But I have the 0 gold buff, and I just can't help it. We have a full king. I can't help it. Like, the Iron Maiden was definitely the better idea, especially if this Dancer dies as fast as I think it does. It did get out some clones, but yeah, I have no clones for my Dread Knight. So, I am leaking on value. Luckily, it's mostly just imps, so it hurts, but shouldn't. Actually, this is pretty scary, to be honest. This is really, this is probably sub 20%. Maybe 16. Yeah, we're now in the danger zone. We are now in the danger zone. Not gonna lie to you guys. That wasn't good. That was bad. I got a little too greedy there. Adding both of those is stupid. Would have been way better off with the Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden and then the Green Devil in the split. 1,000 times better. That was so stupid. That's the one bad thing about Aristocrat. You start thinking about the wrong things. Yeah, let's have my teammate Ink. I will go for the real Sen. I should be able to get Bear. He would never get his guy, so that's where we're going to have him income. Sort of a strategic play here. He is making it super duper long wave. That's scary. He did shift, and he's really good on this wave. He's like actually really good this wave. So we might be okay. And still need the Hermit. My value is good, but clearly my unit combination is not. So we need 3 things to happen here. We need to hold, leak. But he is so good, dude. He's 800 under. But the white main boom trees plus the Hellraisers, all these Devilfish, Sunfish. If there's any wave that he can hold, it's this wave. So got a bit of faith in my teammate. And hopefully I can leak my guy. And then we'll say 19. I don't really think I need to push. Need to get my spawns out. There's some tanks. Yeah, these Dread Knights with no tanks are absolutely not the play. Come on, no, save, no. We are dead. This is crazy, man. This is a crazy loss, if I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect to leak so bad on 14. I know I made really bad choices, but man, that was super punishing. We almost lived too. That's where imps are just so good. And I also didn't factor that my teammate also, I mean, I leak 66, he leaks 109%, right? So he has nothing for the wave. Yeah, he has nothing for the wave. They both took press the attack. It's a bit unfortunate, man. I mean, at the end of the day, saving is everything, right? Saving is everything. Because we probably had the lead. Yeah, we had the lead until they start saving. The second a team starts saving, you know, Mythium is the way to win games. And We tried playing defensive, and the defense worked perfectly for my value. It did not work perfectly for my build. And because I despise myself, and I had 3 gates, right? So, I mean, I'm pretty darn weak 14. Because I despise myself, I do just want to know, with that Curse Casket, how much does it change? So I added the 2 Shadow Dancers and the Ranger. Okay. I'm really hoping that this leak's bad. But at the same time, if you have a 3000 HP tank for a Dread Knight, might have been enough. The greed just, and I said it. The greed got the best of me.
Welcome to Nova.
So sell those. Full casket. 210.
I never run out of arrows.
Oh, lag. So I could do that, or I could do the Green Devil. The 2 caskets would be better. Crap. Was it Brute? I don't think it was Brute. I think it was Lizard Snail, to be honest. But I could be wrong. Robo Snail. Alright. Is this still... If even a small leak, we're still probably going to lose the game. Even a small leak, we're probably still going to lose the game. But these caskets help hit the imps so well. Nah, I'm still leaking. I'm still leaking. There's just not enough tank for the Dread Knight. Alright, now what you have to do, you always, when using the sandbox, make sure at least one time, check your own build. Check your own build. Check your own build. Because sometimes you have to compare to the sandbox leak as opposed to the in-game leak. So just know. Just know that. Bro, those Shadow Dancers just died so fast. That's just crazy. Hey, learning experience right there. That one hurts really bad.
It is not I, but we.
But that's the difference between minus 5% and plus 25%, right? That's 35% extra HP. Damage reduction, baby. Well, I hope that teaches you guys something. That Aristocrat, don't get greedy and only build tier 6s. Especially when you need tanks for your big tier 6. My Dread Knight there needed the love. But I'm Doofus Mcdooface, and thanks for watching.